The podcast. Yep. SCute the podcast. Tune in to SCute the podcast. That's the podcast that's going to go to.
Everybody got a part to play, and I'm trying to do my part. And I'm telling people I'm doing my part. This is one of my guys. Besides being humble and hardworking, what else supposed to be doing?
Faithful strive and put faithful works.
Boom.
You got to strive. I'm saying you got to strive. God gonna give us what we need, but we got to strive.
All right, go ahead.
And also, it's good to interact with good people that got good energy, my brothers and sisters. We must be careful, of the serpent. The serpent come to kill and destroy us, but we won't allow us that. We got to stay connected to God. So be careful who you share your dreams and ambitions with, because everyone don't wish the best for us. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself surrounded with positive energy. People that want to see your best will and your best interest, like you will see your brother and sister's best interest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course we're gonna fall on shortcomings. I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? I got a life I used to live, but I strive to live different now. But my brothers and sisters, keep your head up, keep striving. And also surround yourself with the right energy, positive energy, because everyone will wish the best for us. There's a serpent in every garden. So be mindful and careful who you share your dreams and ambitions with, because everybody don't wish the best for you. We got brothers that pray for us, and sisters that pray for us, but we also got people that pray against us. Keep striving, peace. 17 South.
I can't say that no better.
All my big homies in the West.
I can't say that no better.
We all are real.
I can't say that no better.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wilson boy.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
The podcast. Yep. SCute the podcast. Tune in to SCute the podcast. That's the podcast that's going to go. Thinking about the season. It's the season right now, and everybody knows what the season is.
Greetings from North and South Carolina.
This is coming from Charleston. We got an organization that's announcing free transportation services.
I'm gonna change it up. All right. Welcome to SCute, the podcast. SCute, the podcast. I am going to start doing podcast interviews.
The love of art, the love of music, the love of information, And, for the most part, I've been wondering whether or not it's the time to start branching out.
Sessions, Crafts, and Customs presents SCute podcast. Feel free to subscribe, like, and share. SCute the podcast is brought to you by Sessions, Crafts, and Customs.
I really do choose to stay out of the limelight. The limelight and the spotlight are different. And for the most part, I've experienced a little taste of the limelight. I can handle it. Most people can handle it. Although you want to be rooted into your art. You want to be rooted into your profession. I've been doing performing arts for at least 20 years strong. It is like 25 to 27 years of performing arts professionally, and I've had my moments in which I've started a small business before, and I let it relinquish, or I didn't go far with that business, mainly because the area in life. So when you know that you got a certain area in life that's fulfilled,
then you know what you have to do. Please know what you have to do. You make a plan and you stick with it. I've known for a while that I was a significant person,
and I have a significant glow or chi or vibe. I just want to say once again, Scooter Scoot the podcast. That's the podcast that's going to go to go. Scooter Scoot the podcast. Yeah, Scooter Scoot. Scooter Scoot
Scoot,
the
the
podcast.
podcast, is presented by Sessions, Crafts, and Customs. So, I don't have a topic today. I'm just basically talking to you guys verbatim from the top of the noggin. Speaking of top of the noggin, we have the weather and the season changes. Now we are in a season in which we have to kind of bundle up. I have on layers of clothes because you never know when you have to, share the layer from becoming too hot or, have on many layers just to go outside and run around, do your livelihood. I am very much happy to be hosting my own podcast within my business. And for the most part, I've been doing shows, I've been in movies. Well, I've been in one movie, I've been in two films. I'm gonna go do my research. I got it. I was in one movie and one documentary. So I was in two films. One was a movie, one was a documentary. So I do have that um, actor's account. IMGD or GB. I always get that confused. If I'm not reading it, I do get it confused. I've had that account for about 15 years, but through the 15 years, I have not been active. It's time. Charleston, South Carolina, I want you to welcome me warmly back into the spotlight
Of performing arts, entertainment, and music. So I'm going to be able to bring different acts of talent right before you guys. I've
I've
had
had
many, plenty
plenty
shows
shows
ranging from
ranging from
festivals around
festivals around
town,
town,
around the
around the state, around the nation, preferably in the eastern region of the U.S., from like New York down to Florida. I've been up and down this East Coast for a long time. I've been across to the West Coast like once, all the way to California and Oregon. I've been to the Middle East and all that there of the U.S., Memphis, Tennessee. I've been in Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, Kentucky, Virginia, North Carolina. And for the most part, some of you folks recognize my face. Some of you folks don't. The significance. Let me keep my mic kind of closed. The significance of being known, or the significance of being seen, makes a difference. Most of the time, I introduce my podcast and I introduce my business because I don't need to introduce myself. A lot of people do recognize me. So feel free to subscribe, send in comments, send in suggestions, send in ideas, plenty ideas. I'm very talented, very vibrant, outgoing. I self-start many projects. I help started many projects. I helped build many buildings. I've helped decorated. I cut here for fun. You know what the thing called? What's the term they call it? The backyard barber. That came in handy mainly after COVID. COVID kind of changed the world. Now we're in a whole new world era. It's COVID came. COVID kind of reset a lot of things, and it didn't reset, it deset. COVID actually off-railed a lot of livelihoods, lives, businesses, you name it. COVID had an effect. I'm basically talking to you guys because I'm getting ready to have my first guest. I'm gonna do my first podcast interview / conversation with someone other than you folks. Yes, I'm gonna talk to somebody right here with me. And I want you guys to be receptive. I want you guys to be respectful. That's always, I was raised with respect, even though we are different folks, you know, different genders, different races. For the most part, we all share one thing in common: life. So this was donated, or this was sponsored by, I forgot. I'm gonna get back with you guys on that. I like this little hat. I like this hat. Yeah. So yeah. Back on. Okay, so excuse me. This is spirit of the moment. I am actually drawing the plans for some projects coming very soon. I would like you guys to bear with me. I would like you guys to actually subscribe and pay attention. I pay attention. I would like you to pay attention. You don't have to only pay attention to me. You have to pay attention to life. Pay attention in life. So, without further ado, SCute the podcast. SCute the podcast. Yes, SCute the podcast. Sessions, Crafts, and Customs. Charleston, South Carolina.
The podcast. Yep. Scoot the podcast. Tune in to Scoot the podcast. That's the podcast that's going to go. Ain't about the season. It's the season right now, and everybody knows what the season is.
Greetings from North and South Carolina.
This is coming from Charleston. We got an organization that's announcing free transportation services for the upcoming election. So, yeah, you might want to check your resources and everything like that.